Hey everyone. So as you may be able to tell from my pale demeanor, I'm from England, but don't worry, you'll be able to understand me because I've lost a lot of my accent. Yeah, I'm actually from Birmingham. Have you heard of Birmingham, England? No? So there's another famous person from Birmingham, England, and that's Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, there's always a woo. So, especially in Lewiston. So anyway, Ozzy Osbourne is from Birmingham. So if I had not lost most of my accent, then this entire set would be something like this. I can't play my guitar anywhere. I really don't know. Some hungry I could eat it back, but I really like a burrito. I don't know where it is. Sherry! So you're welcome. You'll be able to understand me. So speaking as a British person, I just want to kind of address the elephant in the room first. And I want to say that I'm really going to miss having to wear a mask all the time. You know, because your teeth are terrible. Actually, I want to talk about some things that are similar and different between Old England, where I'm from, and New England, where we are now. So there are some similarities, but there's actually a big difference. I don't know if you know this, but there's a lot of vegetarians in England. Are there any actually vegetarians in the room? Yeah? Okay. What about gluten-free? Yeah. Head of shame. Okay, I don't want to say. Yeah, we know. I'm sorry. And then what about the vegans? Now, I can tell there aren't any vegans here because they'd be jumping up and down, telling us that they're vegans. The vegans are the worst, right? Because they've got to tell you all the time that they're a vegan. I mean, it's like the old saying, how does it go? If a tree falls in the forest and no one's around, but it falls on a vegan, does he still have to tell you that he's a vegan? And the answer is yes. I mean, it's not just that, you know, they think they're better than everybody else, because, I mean, well, I'm a vegetarian, so I'm already better than all of you. But it's more that, well, they're kind of weird about it. I have a friend who's a vegan, and actually a few years ago we did the Dempsey Challenge. It's been a few years. But after you finish the Dempsey Challenge, you get this lobster dinner or a cold veggie burger. So I saw him afterwards again, and like, you know, it was kind of a cold veggie burger, it's a bit of a letdown. And my friend the vegan says, well, I had to have the lobster. And you know, vegans aren't supposed to have like meat or fish or eggs or dairy products or anything or honey. But he had to have the lobster. So I'm like, that's not how things work. I mean, if that's how things work, within the last hour, I am also a vegan. In fact, within the last 20 minutes, I'm on a hunger strike. And if that's the way that things work, I mean, I could say I'm a fine, upstanding, law-abiding member of society, but whenever I want, I can just call the purge. Right? That is not how things work. So, things that are similar, things that are different. Has anybody actually been to the UK? Anybody familiar with anybody in the UK? Yeah? Alright, great. Where have you been?
London, and then a small racehorse town.
Small racehorse town.
Market.
Oh, yeah, Market something
I
else.
didn't belong there.
Nobody belongs here. Nobody belongs there. But no, London, right? So used to the London accent, kind of caught me, right? Can't really understand anything they say, right? But there's a lot of accents that are different. So I talked about Birmingham, kind of sounds like you've got cold in your nose all the time, you know, you're always. And there's London is kind of like that, you know, dropping off all the T's and the H's and stuff, mispronouncing a lot of stuff. There's a lot of different accents in the UK. I mean, I don't know if you know that. There are more than one accent, and there's more than one accent in the UK. Yeah. In fact, everybody here has an accent. Yeah. And if you don't believe me, I'll remind you so that it's called English. We invented it. And if you don't stop messing it up, we can take it back. I'm so sorry, I'm not coming back here, am I? Anyway, but yeah, there's a lot of accents. In fact, you know, it's cultural appropriation too, so I would just like to point that out. And I'm so glad that you really enjoyed my accent work. Thank you guys, oh my god. No, I'm kidding, I'm really having I just have to do that to mess with you. So, there's actually an accent that's similar to, I'm still worried I'm going to see Mark. There's actually an accent that's similar to the accent in Maine, an accent in England. So, anybody still a Harry Potter fan? Yes. Okay, good. Thank you, Crystal. So, one of the accents that is similar to the Maine accent is actually the West Country of England. It's Bath. And the one that you may know from Harry Potter is the big guy, Hagrid. He's played by Robbie Coltrane. He's putting on a West Country accent. And I will argue that if you take that accent, you remove all of the R's, you get really, really close to a Maine accent. So, like, imagine the scene, if you will. We're in Hagrid's house, right? It's the big guy. Who's out the door? Oh, you come in here out of the cold, young Harry Potter. What's that you're saying? Please, Hagrid, I can't find Dumbledore anywhere. Can you tell me where he is? Well, no, young Harry Potter. I ain't seen Dumbledore anywhere. You sit down over there. Oh, wait. I seen Dumbledore. He's out there in the mucky dooryard in his gum rubbers, drinking a beer and getting handed. See, there's a lot more similarities than you think. So speaking of differences, speaking of things that are different, speaking of things that are the same. Let's see. I am going to get on the dark side right now. I said I wasn't going to do this. But let's talk about the royals. Anybody big fan of the royal family? No. Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's been a little dark for the royal family recently. I don't know if you've noticed. Actually, before all that happened, though, I was over in Scotland. And when I was in Scotland, I thought that, you know, being English, and, you know, they might not like me because, you know, the Scots are famously like, we want our freedom, kill the English. But actually, everybody was really, really nice. And it was around the time of the other wedding, the other royal wedding, right? Bill and Kathy. Oh yeah, like Prince William and Kate Middleton is how you guys know them. But anyway, Bill and Kathy are getting hitched, right? And in Scotland. And I'm thinking everybody's going to be upset about it, but they're not. And I thought, you know, it's not that different from how it is in Maine. And it really makes me think, well, it makes me think of the mass holes. I'm sorry, Matt. But it makes me think of the mass holes, right? Because we complain about them, about how they drive and all kinds of things. But at the end of the day, who do we really support, right? The Bruins, the Celtics, the New England Patriots, and the Boston Red Sox. Yeah. So come on, we're one big happy family after all. I know it's really not that different. Speaking of the Royals too, I just want to put something to rest because there have been some ugly rumors about something really awkward said by a senior royal, and that is code for Prince Philip. So before he died, poor dear Prince Philip had said that Prince Philip had apparently asked the other royals, or ex-royals now, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, what the color of their first child would be. Right, really bad, right? But I just want to set the record straight. He really was just worried it was going to be another ginger. So speaking of things that are similar too, between New England and Old England, we've got some towns that are similar too, right? So there's actually several Portlands, like there's a Portland, Oregon, there's Portland, Maine, but before all of that, there was Portland in the UK. And Portland in the UK and Portland, Maine are both beautiful seaside towns, completely overrun by people from Massachusetts. Sorry, Matt. and then there's Oxford too, right? So there's Oxford, Maine, and Oxford, England. I used to live near Oxford, England, and I live near Oxford, Maine now. Oxford, England is the 1,000-year-old seat of academic excellence, with its dreaming spires and gorgeous, no, it's true, gorgeous limestone architecture. And then there's Oxford, Maine, right? So Oxford, Maine is home of the 50-year-old Oxford Motor Plane Speedway, the Oxford Casino, Hotel and Event Centre. It's true, it's new. And some of the most beautiful manufacturers of double wides I've ever seen. And then last but not least, there's lovely Windsor, Maine. I don't know if you know Windsor. So Windsor, England, going back to the royals, there's Windsor Castle. It's one of the royal residences. I mean, amazing, 1,000 years old. But we can now do it here, right? Because in Windsor, Maine, we have the almost 100-year-old Hussey's General Store. Yeah. There's the one that's got the sign out front and it says, guns, wedding dresses, cold beer. So I left there with a 30-30 or 10-year-old Vera Wang and a case of PBR. I really liked it. Yep. I mean, girls got to get a green card somehow. Don't worry, everyone. I'm just kidding. I'm illegal. Thank you. That was it. I'm Julie Nye. Thank you so much. And thanks everyone. And I'm really excited to bring up our next comic. He is actually originally from Auburn, but he's in Brunswick now. He's a local boy, Ian McDonald.